I have the knack of getting hold of really good guitars for really good prices. This is a Martin. It's a D16, Dreadnought 16, DC16 actually. And it has a piezo pickup and a mic pickup inside it, which is really nifty. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is like a product appreciation for the DC16. And this is the E variety. So look here on the front, on the top, there's this guy here. Now, you can pick this up like this, change the battery like that. And the way you change the battery on this little clip down here, you press the clip down, the battery shoots right out. Don't try to pick it out or pry it out. There's a little thing, you press down on it, and the battery will just come right zoop out like that. I can show you how that works. Zoop out like this and push it back in like that. Make sure you put it in the right way. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Now, here's the piezo. The amount of blend over here between the piezo and the mic. And then you have these other pickup things here, options. And of course there's a tuner there as well. And so that's a really nice thing if you don't happen to have a pickup. Now if you have a pickup real handy, let's see, you get this. I'll use my vocal mic for that. No, I won't. Let's see. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my strap. That's the very next thing. I got it back from the luthier. He did a setup. A setup is where everything is checked. You make sure everything works. And one of the things that he did, was to adjust the neck, the interior bar inside there needed some adjustment. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to put through the amp. So, just a second. So now what I'm doing is I'm kind of pushing this leather thing onto the rear button on the back of my Martin. If it doesn't have one, don't put one there. On a Valencia, you do not put a strap. Now the other strap point is underneath, right in this very, very bizarre space right here. Can you hold that side for me there, just in case? I think I'll be all right, but I'd just as soon not take a chance. $2,000 risk. Yeah, this guitar retails. Oh, the replacement value of this is about $1,850 plus shipping, or plus whatever it is, about $2,000 with tax, about $2,000, and it is cheap as Martin guitars go. Hold that side for me there, and I'm going to adjust. It's good to get help. It is always good to get help in matters like this. And I probably would have put this on the other direction, but it's easier for me to figure out.
Oh, you mean put the double down there?
Yeah, just put this thing back this way. But this way I can do it like that on stage. I can actually change it right there. If I have the adjuster right here, it's easier for me than having it on that side. That's all. So now, I'm going to plug her in. The same thing I just put the strap through. Microphone only. Microphone with piezo. Lots of piezo. Flat. EQ'd. Piezo off slightly. There you go. Like that. So there's your basic setup. I asked my luthier to put the strings on for me, which he did, and I have an extra set here in case they blow out and they during the course of a gig. That can happen. You got to replace a string, not always the E. Often it's the G or the B. So it depends on what you do in terms of stretching them and how much you ask the guitar to do, and how hard you blast away at it. And so now this goes inside your Martin guitar case. There's a little flappy doodle, and you put this inside there. And I happen to have Martin Acoustic SP, and these are the Phosphor Bronze 4100s, and that's what I like. They're light, and they're 12. They're 12s, and that is nice. 11s, 10s are a little bit too dicey for my taste. I've used them. They're dicey. Yeah, there's plenty of stretch there, plenty of bend. Okay, so that's the setup. This goes into your case in that little flappy doodle. Now, let's talk about the second subject, okay, which is Martin versus Martin. Here we go. New subject. Hi folks, Gorbag here, gorbag.com. This is the Martin D16 I have in my hands, and it is one of my favorite instruments. I have played Martin since 1956. I've played Martins, and I have 3 Martin guitars, and I probably would have 4 or 5 more if I could afford to do that. I can't. But this is a rather remarkable. The DC60 is one of the Dreadnought series, Dreadnought or Zero series. And it is really nicely set up. It's beautifully done. And it's a particularly good example of the DC16 of this year. This is a really good one off the production line. This is quite sweet. And there have been some hand modifications on it that my luthier did for me. And so, luthier, if you want to call it that, New York style, luthier. So what I'm going to do is a product test between the DC16 and the D28. And the 28, I think, is hands down going to take some of the resonance prize. But we'll see about the rest of it, because this is a very, very sweet little guitar. This DC16 is half the price. The DC16 comes in at about $2,000, and the 28 comes in at about $4,000, and you can get it for probably $3,200, $3,300 some places. So action's very, very simple, very clean, very easy, really easy to play. It plays itself. That is what a Martin should do, is play itself. It's a very sweet instrument.